Hey guys, Soundcore just launched 2 new products under the new Space series, which aims to bring you the ultimate noise cancelling experience paired with ultra long battery life so you can enjoy some extra personal space wherever you go. Today we're going to check out an awesome pair of earbuds, the Space A40, and an awesome pair of headphones, the Space Q45s. If you haven't heard of Soundcore before, they're an audio subdivision of Anchor, which is extremely popular for the incredible audio products at a fraction of the cost compared to the other big brands. And not to mention, Soundcore is one of my personal favorite audio brands. And before we get started with the products, Soundcore did send these units to me as part of a PR package for review, but they didn't sponsor this video at all, and I'm allowed to say anything I want, and they don't get to see this beforehand as well. Alright, let's get started with the Space A40 earbuds. These $99 earbuds are the smallest ANC earbuds in Soundcore's lineup, and also the first ever earbud to use a double layered diaphragm driver, which I'll explain later. Starting off the case, it's in the shape of a pill and quite compact. It's built with a smooth matte plastic that feels solid, and the hinge opens up smoothly with no creaking or shakiness. Inside, there's a rubber finish on the lid which feels great, and the earbud slots are made out of glossy plastic. There are also 3 LEDs in the front of the case to let you know how much battery is left, a pairing and battery check button on the back, and also a USB-C port for charging. This case also supports wireless charging, by the way, and the 3 color options are black, which I have here, white, and navy blue. As for the earbuds themselves, they're really small and light. They fit extremely well inside the ear and don't fall out despite having a glossy finish on them and no wings. They're also tiny compared to other earbuds, which means they're light at 4.9 grams and don't stick out of the ears, which means they're super comfortable and able to fit in smaller ears as well. They also have a matte touch panel on the outside of the earbuds, which work well and don't trigger by accident when adjusting the earbud in your ear. And despite the earbuds and case being so small, the battery life is actually impressively good, with 10 hours of battery life in each earbud and 50 hours of charge in the case itself. It's also fast charge compatible, which means 10 minutes of charge is enough to give you juice for 4 hours of music listening. As for noise cancelling, it works really well, and that's largely thanks to the comfortable and snug fit on these earbuds. These are almost like earplugs where they already passively block out and muffle outside noises. And combined with the ANC from the 6 mics on these earbuds, these are actually able to block out low frequency noises from buses and other forms of transportation really well. While they don't block out stuff like voices, the noise isolation does a good job at muffling them, and this ensures that you'll be able to hear your music clearly in a noisy environment. You can also control how strong you want the ANC to be in the app, or choose adaptive mode to let the earbuds automatically decide for you. As for transparency mode, it's not the best compared to the flagship Liberty 3 Pros, but they still do an excellent job at allowing you to engage in conversations outside without taking out your earbuds. Volume is great, and you're easily able to hear voices, although they may sound a little bit tinny. You can also control the amount of transparency you want to let in the app, which is also great. And lastly, for sound quality, these have definitely impressed me for the $99 price tag. I have a ton of experience testing audio products from all price points, including audiophile products, so I think you can trust me. First, these earbuds are equipped with the LDAC codec and certified high res, which allows you to stream higher quality music. I do have a pre-production model, and LDAC currently needs a firmware update for it to work, but based on my experience with the Liberty 3 Pros and the headphones, which I will talk about after, it does make a huge difference with me being able to hear more details in the music. Even without it though, I think these earbuds sound great, especially due to the one-of-a-kind double-layered diaphragm driver. This basically means that the drivers are producing the bass notes on a separate layer than the one creating the mids and trebles, which allows for clear distinction between the bass and the upper frequencies without being muddied. On the default Soundcore signature EQ setting, the sound signature is quite bassy and warm, which I'm not too big of a fan of, but a quick switch to electronic, R&B, jazz, or classic really allows the earbud to shine. With electronic EQ, which is my favorite, bass notes are present without being too muddied, the mids are not too recessed anymore, which allows for vocals and instruments to be present and clear, and treble is opened up and much more airy for crisp cymbals and hi-hats. The soundstage and sound imaging is also decent too. And while these don't sound anywhere as good as the flagship Liberty 3 Pros, I still think everyone will be very happy with the sound quality on these earbuds. You can even tune the EQ yourself in the app if you know how to. And for $99, I think these are definitely the best bang for your buck earbuds right now, as they got all the features of the Liberty 3 Pros, sound almost as good, and are even more comfortable and smaller. These are definitely a great pickup. By the way, if you enjoy what you're seeing so far and would like to see more of my awesome content, feel free to hit that subscribe button because it really helps support my hard work. Every single sub counts. Now, switching over to the Space Q45s, these are Soundcore's latest flagship headphones, and they come in at a price point of $199. There is a price bump over the previous generation, but I think the extra features are worth the price premium. Alright, so these are Soundcore's flagship headphones, and they're pretty much the headphone versions of the Space A40s we just talked about. What's new about them is the double-layer diaphragm driver, the inclusion of LDEC and higher support, as well as crazy long battery life. Starting off the build of these headphones, these definitely feel improved. It's mainly built out of a strong matte plastic, and it's pretty flexible with no creaking at all. The ear cups are definitely improved this year with a more dense memory foam, which improves passive sound isolation, but it does get a little warm in the summer. I do wish they included more foam on the top headband, however, as it does feel a little thin. The aluminum hinge is also much more sturdy, and these headphones can also fold into the soft touch plastic case they do provide in the box. One thing I'm not happy with is the lack of a small bag they used to include to carry the audio cables around. The new audio cable also doesn't have a microphone or a button on it, and it does feel pretty cheap, but I guess it's still usable. Now, moving on to the performance, they have improved ANC, which does a good job canceling out the lower frequencies on the buses or in a room with air conditioning, for example. I find that it's not as good as muffling higher pitched noises such as voices compared to earbuds, as there's actually nothing plugging in your ear. But once you do play music, it's a non-issue. Transparency mode is also something that I feel like could be implemented a little better. The 4 mics do a good job at picking up the surroundings and voices, but sound a little tinny and artificial compared to Soundcore's earbuds. These are excusable though, given that they're half the price of the Sony and Bose headphones. And as for the sound quality, these have definitely been improved with the new double-layer diaphragm drivers. As I mentioned with the earbuds, there are now 2 layers pushing out the lower and higher frequencies separately, which allow instrumentations and vocals to pierce through the bass. The default sound signature leans towards the low end, with the mids being more recessed, similar to Sony's sound signature. And while it sounds decent, my preferred EQ is the piano EQ setting. With this, the bass is not too overemphasized, while the vocals and instrumentation are nice and present in the mix. The trebles and highs are also much more evident in the music, and the bigger soundstage of these headphones give you a more immersive and enjoyable experience over earbuds. And in the future, I would love to see Soundcore focus on a brighter sound signature with more controlled and punchy bass, and also less recessed mids straight out of the box. That being said, using the piano EQ or the custom EQ does really bring out the potential of these drivers, and I'm already really happy with the improvements made to these pairs of headphones. These also support the LDAC codec, which gives you much more details in songs at the expense of no more multi-point connection. Worth it though in my opinion. And that's basically it for these 2 awesome products. The Space A40s are definitely a baby Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro, and so worth the $99 price tag if you just want the features and don't care about having the top of the line sound. The headphones are also awesome, but a little bit more expensive at $200. They're definitely solid and impressive though, considering they're half the price of the popular Sony and Bose headphones. You can't go wrong with either of these 2, and you'll definitely be happy with them. Also, if you guys have any questions about any of these 2 products, make sure to leave your question down below in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them. And finally, if you enjoyed this video and thought I was helpful, definitely go smash that like and subscribe button for more awesome videos from me. Alright, have a good one guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.